Today, we get to reconnect with a project that has earned a special place in the Tezos art world. Bosque Gracias is an artist collective and residency based in Patagonia, and their story goes well beyond the usual art conversation. Rosio and Mariano built this place by hand. They've raised their kids there. They spent years offline before suddenly re entering the internet during the lockdown and discovering a new creative chapter through Tezos. Last summer, they spoke with Marissa and shared how all of this began. Today, we get to pick up that story and see where this last year has taken them. Mariano, Rosio, welcome back. It is great to have you here.
Yo, super awesome. We are really proud and shy about your entering. Your intro was amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, last time you spoke with Marissa, you mentioned what it felt like to reconnect to the internet after 5 years offline. One day you're in rural Patagonia without home internet, and the next you're seeing your old Tumblr peers minting on Tezos. When you think back on that moment now, what hit you first, the excitement or the shock?
The excitement, yes, always excitement, and it's too much excitement that you end in a shock. Maybe that's the workflow. Yeah.
When Nico Alerce says to us, yo, you need to enter Tezos and enter Object and to meet the people from Art Chain, that was the collective of Argentina about Tezos artists. And we start to follow people on Twitter. We never used Twitter, in Argentina. It's not common. And
But something that I think that we had from the past is that we admire people from internet.
yeah,
That it's something that I think that it's easier to explain to others about Web3 workflow when you already have this experience about connecting with others through internet and don't feel in that barrier that we are so far ago, or oh, this is computer talking, I have to stop because I live in the mountain. uh, we need to start working with more flexible things too.
yeah, we love it anyway. We love communication and technology and internet. We love internet.
We didn't have it, but we love it.
yeah,
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 I
that's
love the
that's true.
internet too.
But
Yeah.
I think the most excitement I think was when we start doing scrolling, scrolling artists, scrolling, and this infinite scroll of artists and art on the screen for us was like, whoa, this is like, do you remember when we were on Tumblr and everything was like incredible, like infinite scroll was for us was like yeah, when
And
you can stop.
also, in the moment we start working on Tezos, we meet both Teya and Object, and they are different, but they are in Tezos. So it's like sister or mother from same father and mother. They have their own spirit, but they work together in a way because the people that live inside that house is most of the time the same. So this opportunity that Mariana was naming about infinite scrolling things that you maybe don't expect to see, and Object has this other part about meeting front page, a great place, something that motivates you that live in the middle of the mountain to say, oh, I have to work better in how I show what I do, because these people is not just buying things or files, they really care about who we are.
Hmm.
And I think that when we discovered that in the social media, it was totally easier to interact with others, to say hello, we are these people. But in the beginning, to say that a handle is a collective, in the beginning it was difficult because the people maybe they were questioning themselves. Oh, their artworks are so different. Maybe there are 2, 7, 8, 10 people. Who is Bosque? How many of them they are? And
Yeah, I think that was the most difficult to present, to be, on this space about a community or a group or a family or
just the
this couple.
family, yeah.
It's like with Neutro, when we met Neutro, I remember Bulls, that he's one of the founder. He said to us, I think you were like 10 people, like 20 people, like nobody knows anything about Bosque Gracias, and we enter with that mystery, and
Mhm.
And
and
I
what's amazing.
I think that we have the mystery, and we also have like 15 years of art working in the middle of the nowhere. I- And this context is about there's no gallery, there's no museum here. It's really a place apart from cities and government care in arts, And so when we enter to to this place, we have a lot of material to show because we never stop. It's not that we don't have internet. So or now you have the goats, not internet. Nothing's going to happen. We never stop creating.
I mean, what you've gone from two residencies to a full calendar. And looking at
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
past year specifically, what changed the most for you? Not in theory, but in your daily rhythm.
No, no, not too much.
schedule,
Hmm.
plans,
Schedule more people.
Yeah.
and dreams, and follow the dreams. Because when we start the residency project, I think that we always want to welcome people and connect that through art. It's not like, oh, I'm going to rent my homes to nowhere, to nobody. Like, we really want to put the resources that we already had, like six houses and the river valley and all the fruits of trees and all that building that we already do, to connect with these artists, to go on about working with this. Oh, I admire you so much on internet. I need you to come here and to spend the time only to create with me, and I create with you. And when we understand what we need to make that sustainable, what we need to to make a calendar in the year so we don't stop, and it's not like, oh, I'm going to make one really good fancy expensive in a time residency. I want
Mm.
to make this project for years, so I have to make it fluid. I have to make it really good planned so I don't get tired too. And also to build bridges and possibilities to artists that want to come, because we offer all here in the residency time. I mean, the artists didn't even cook. We have incredible meals in the moment to eat, and everything is covered. So somebody has to pay that. And I am really, really, really happy to work with for that, because I need to meet that artist. So
So a
all
lot
this, yeah.
That's amazing. Now, a lot of artists say that something in the forest or by the river ends up changing the direction of their work. Can you give us one story where nature stepped in and completely rerouted someone's project?
In an experience particular, or technique, or
Anything that comes to mind where really
okay.
being there really affected and changed how they started producing and creating?
I think that there are more than one, but I will go with two really good examples about an artist that was, it's an incredible worker of a stop motion, and he is connected with nature. It's not that he is not, but he was working so many times for others. And in a moment when you are an artist and you have really good techniques or tool or things to work with, you work with to others, because maybe you don't sell objects, for example, or tokens, and then you get tired and you don't work for your art and your desires as an artist anymore. So one of the experiences that Bosque also brings is about how can you connect with nature and understand that that landscape and that nature is you, and all you need is to go to this time in where you connect with your nature in nature, understanding that the only thing that you have to do is make that connection. You have the dots, do something with the dots.
It is
Yeah.
not only about nature. It's not only about like going to the mountain or going to the middle to the forest to make art. It's about community and to living together here in this house, and making every day an art experience with others. So there is a lot of experiences of people. There is people that call us to say, I'm working too much to other people in my work, and I want to make something for me and for my art because I cannot connect with that. And it's like a place where you can connect every day with that you love, uh,
Another good example that comes to my mind is an artist that we didn't know him from before he asked to come, and he was really shy. And he says to us that maybe to share the house with others or to co-work all the day will be difficult for him. So we say, okay, we can plan that he stays in the bedroom that is only for one. Okay, we can take some times to make this schedule because we have 7 days and one last day is an exhibition. And this 7 day, I for sure really good plan about workshops and jam space to work. So I think we were thinking like, okay, we need spaces where they can be alone too, because maybe in a moment he will be needing this time. But since the day one he came here, I think that it's the energy of the forest, because it's not never the forest is going to be one tree. He never stopped desiring to connect with others. He never stopped. It was the first one that in the morning he says, oh, we should do this collab because in the night I was thinking that maybe if I do this and you do that, we can say to him that he can us this and we go filming there. And for me, it was something that I really don't expect or plan, but it was the best thing to happen in a way too.
there is a
Well,
lot of fun stories.
Yes.
you run that random collaboration wheel that pairs people up.
Yeah,
What's
I love
one
it.
pairing that shouldn't have worked on paper but became unforgettable once they started creating together?
Oh my god, good
Uh,
question.
Takashi and Nico Alerce.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was unexpected, but I really love the collab that happened there. Um,
Yeah, I don't remember a connection like that, but it's really beautiful to see the opposite, to see that couple that you think that could be awesome, the spin well selected. It's like
yeah,
magic.
yeah, totally,
And
totally.
that is super funny because when the couple is like that couple, they two see each other and yes, and everybody is clapping. It's like a goal of Argentina in the World Cup.
Oh, that's huge. Huge.
Yes, yes.
And it's super because it's that magic about being together, about traveling. If you travel, there is magic about traveling, to be away of your
Mm.
home, to be with others, to live with what you have in your hands, what you bring your backpack, and that is everything, and the magic starts.
Now, residencies never stay perfectly on script. What's one time Bosque pushed back? Weather equipment, something breaking, and the group had to improvise.
Mm. We didn't have to improvise too much, I think. One
Yes.
time we have to improvise something that you say we don't have internet, we have been living off grid and in this style like
How are we talking if you don't have internet? I'm just curious.
because I am in the future now and now I have so
No, in that moment, you needed to go to a neighbor house.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too much.
So 1 year Mariano was going to Europe. And when he come back, I will go to Europe, but we meet in Brazil to make an art residency with Seed Computer. And when I go to Europe, he come back to Bosque. Okay, so uh, in the moment that he goes to Europe, I stay alone here with the kids and with the residency that was going to come. And Nico Alerce and Maru, that already live in Bosque, they have their own house. So we work together, but they have their house, and Bosque family have our own house too. But, and here comes the funny story, um, it was autumn, and it was a moment in nature here that it's the change between summer and autumn, and that moment you never know so well if it's going to be comfortable hot or not. So when Mariano take the tickets, that it was in a bit in a hurry because we need to pay the ticket cheap and all these Latin things we try to approach to make the things possible. um
We
it
call that
goes.
wisdom.
Yes. That residency was already planned, so when he take the plane, it was like the second day of the residency, and it was
Mm.
really cold here, and we have wood stoves. So we have gas only to cook, but for heating the house, it's with your body, your energy, and a lot of wood. And I think like, oh my god, they are going to live alone, and who is going to take care of them? Who is going to turn the fire on? Who is going to say, hey, come on people, yes, okay, I love computer working, but now we have to take care of the wood. So we say the best opportunity there was that the kids and me moved to their residency house, and we lived together. And it was and also Libertes was here in his own house. And Libertes is a baker from Tezos, but to tell all the people and to shout out to him, he's from Venezuela, so he's Latin American, but in the moment of Latin America that it's really hot because it's near Ecuador, and it was really cold for him. So in the house where he lives, we cannot take that care about making the wood and all that because it's another home. So when he came here, the coffee was hot, the home was hot. It was like a moment where you say, okay, the other house, well, let's go to work to the other house. And
He's a survivalist.
yes, totally, totally. And I think that the people that came to that residency, that were Moranicol, Ode, Ekeko, and Libertes, have the experience about living with the family too, that any other residency has. And we didn't plan it, but it was delightful to
Yeah,
be the mother of a mother of all of them.
I have another experience. One of the biggest art residencies and one of the first, I think, was the third, but was like the most powerful art residency with Neutro, with all the artists of Neutro. We were
17 artists
yeah we
and Bosque.
and Bosque was 20 people here, and the internet in that moment was
Oh,
3 megabytes by by the cooperative internet from the town. It's a, I don't know,
when
it's
somebody has to mint, we have to say, shut out the internet. I will be minting in a moment.
yeah, everybody needed to to close the Wi-Fi to mint. Or if someone had a meeting, a streaming
Oh,
or
yes,
something
of
like
course.
that, was like, hey, at 10 a.m. I need to a meeting, so everybody goes outside. And was really hard, but was so, so powerful, was so possible with the minimum. And then Starlink came to the house, and from that moment when Starlink came here, uh, I think we were the first on the town to have Starlink. When they put a step in the country, we say this is what we need. and it's totally different right now, really, to
Yes.
offer this, to offer that you can take a meeting, another person too, and you can meet, and
Yes, and now we
You
have
can play
internet
video
in different
games.
places.
we can play video games and stream at the same time.
I think that
Crazy world, but it's crazy because it's the same about the when internet came here, when internet came here to Bosque, and we met the blockchain. Was the same sensation about all this happening, and we in another, like in another dimension, you know and when we get this tool, we start to spread, it's like yeah, like the forest, the seeds, you spread the seeds and everything start blooming. Yeah, that kind of feeling.
I think that the possibility now that we have with a really good internet is that the streaming of the workflow during the residencies are awesome, and it's also awesome to show to the artists, to others, that it's not difficult to make a streaming. That if you don't want to show your face, you cannot show you can do it without showing your face, and all the different possibilities that can happen. It's always better to try with a friend or with somebody that you trust. And when the artist came to the residency, maybe they know us, but when they start knowing who is going to be the partners of the residency, most of them know each other because we are really connected with neutral art, with seed computer. We are communities that work collaboratively, so we share what we have to share. We pass information. We try to make this connection for real. So this feeling about, oh, I really want you to come and to be creating with me in this period of time in the summer. They say to another artist, I will go to Bosque and you should come with me because I want to share the residency with you. And this year of art residency is coming with that energy. All the residencies that's happening this summer, it's the beginning of the artist that says, oh, I will go, and then send to another artist, I will go to Bosque in January. Let's go on January, and they make this connection for real, and it's awesome to feel that I don't say too much time how big is the dream of Bosque, but in a moment I start feeling that the people that came here and feel for real our vibe start working for that dream too, even without knowing which is going to be the last part of the dream, because every day, every step we can go further is awesome.
Well, people know you as hosts, but you're still full time artists. For someone who has never seen your work, how would you describe what you make today?
Yeah, it started to be difficult by this like you need to separate uh, individually who is Bosque Gracias. But if we make like a, like a world vision about Bosque Gracias, I think is analog to digital. uh,
Music and video and papers and things from nature
mhm.
connected in the moment that you want to do something, and you take all that things we love to work with, and something new is happening,
Yeah, and
and we
a lot of evolution I see,
mm,
that is something that I really love, we really love from Object, that you have this portfolio so well, you have your perfect curated portfolio where you can see you're growing as an artist. And when we see the pieces, and we see, like, I don't know, the last collections, when Rosio was uh, showing how we experiment with the type machine, the type machine, and this goes to a scanner, and then she started scanning the type machine, and then I take the all these results and put it on AI and training an AI to say, okay, let's mix this with I don't know, ASCII or something like that, some language, computer language.
Like the
Uh,
next level of digital.
and
Yes.
so this type machine that started with a type machine
Taka, taka, taka,
and
taka,
then
taka,
passed to a
taka.
scanner and then passed to AI. This have all the evolution. You can see not only the last, the last work, like, oh, this is the work, this is the masterpiece. No, this is us experimenting, and this is us. You will see what you will see on or portfolio or profile. It's us doing doing things, and maybe you
Do-
like, maybe not, but something is going somewhere.
I think that we as a collective too, because we are individuals and people together. So when you work with others every time, all time, because we are never alone in a way, um, you start learning also who are you in that groupal thing. What is that you are bringing there that make this thing special? What should I do to improve this thing from him that I really love? Oh, how should I ask this to him for music? Should I do the music and say to him to mix whatever he think, and then I go to the render again? And all that possibilities are open for us. It's not that we always have a workflow, so we start from here always and we end in there always. I think that all of the series of Bosque as the core team working, it's connected with these experiments about having machines that are obsolete and to take them to a digital world. So we make our van track in a metaverse. We make TV things on internet. We digitalize analog signals and mix them with analog music. And we work really hard on test tones. That it's an incredible live project from Tezos, and that also open us a lot of workflows with others, and that you need to be as much open as you can, because the other need a space, and if you take a lot of space from yourself, the other don't have that space. So sometimes Mariano make things that are from his own too, and I also make things that having I am cooking and I am always thinking on something that I am going to do, and like he named in the generative type machine, uh, was a project that maybe start from one, but in a moment of the road we always share that place in when we do something together. Make it, maybe if I'm working with gifs, I don't use music, but in a moment I am going to make an mp4 of that, and I really want his bass mode there making the that I don't know how to do them.
Why don't you know how to make the noise too?
Yeah.
No, no, I know I make chiptune with a pocket operator that it's broken, but she's my friend. I make music, but I want him sometimes because
That's
I don't know
beautiful.
how to do the
That's
or
fair. That's very fair.
yeah.
Now, you guys have said hosting residencies turned on a light you didn't realize had dimmed. Is there a recent piece that exists only because of something you absorbed from the residents?
I don't understand
Yeah,
your
I
question,
didn't
sir.
understand too.
So you say by hosting, I mean you get exposed, like you said, you've with Testones, you were exposed to different workflows. You're learning all sorts of things that obviously sitting and creating by yourselves you would never be exposed to. Through hosting, have you found yourselves? Is there anything that just purely exists because of your guests that you've made?
Yeah, for me a lot, really.
Yeah,
For me a lot, because
yeah.
I individually I need this connection, I need this speaking to others, and to because I can have lot of ideas, but I need this groupal thing, it's something my body needs. um, but I think the collaborations from the Spinwell or the others, because there is a lot of collabs, uh, this gives you a rhythm that maybe when you are in your home is not the same, because you postergate and you say, okay, I will see this tomorrow, or I need to think more. But when you only have 7 days, and you have that person there and you want to do something with him, uh, yeah, that's is the the power that you need to make the thing. So yeah, for me, that is the experience.
I am a huge fan of working with things that I don't know, because that push me to learn new things. And I study a lot of careers, but I only end one. And I was always searching for the teacher. I don't know how to say the word that I want to say in Spanish. In español es maestro. That one that turn a light inside of you. It's not that they teach you something or to do something. It's about how this enthusiasm that you have doing that make a firewood inside of me. It's not a little light. And I think that the art residency brings that as a possibility to us, because here we don't have too much digital artists in the Patagonian field. And when we start connecting them, it's awesome to meet them, because they live here and we can connect. But for example, we learn how to make codings, or we improve how to connect different TV sets, thanks to other artists that came. Or it's not all only about the collab that we can do with something that you know and something that I know. It's about how you workflow turn me a light, a really powerful light, to start coding, not vibe coding, coding for real.
it,
Every
it's
character,
it's
like,
it's it's the feeling of the onboarding, what
mm,
you when you onboard someone, it is because you need that energy. You can watch YouTube, you can ask the AI, but you need that human being, uh, aside of you, to tell you how to do the things and to onboard you to something. So that feeling is something that is happening all the time on the art residency with the workflow of every artist.
You've talked about wanting longer sessions and bringing in artists from farther away. What's one thing that could make that leap possible?
a lot of money.
Yeah, and time. Yeah, I don't know if it is a lot, really. I don't know if it is a lot, but
Yeah.
time, we need time, because these days that we share is not enough, really. Yeah,
Yes.
we make everything, and everybody goes from here super happy. That is something that we love more. And uh, and uh, but I think with something like that, like international, or I don't know, or paying someone to come here, to pay, we need more time, and that is a lot of food, and that is a lot of services and things that we need to cover. This is a paying art residency. That is something that we feel that is different, because I don't know too much about how other art residencies make it, but yeah, we know that some art residencies, they have supported by governments, and this is something that we made with the artist itself. We always say it, art residencies are organized by the art residents, because when they start wishing come here, uh, then we start to produce together. It's like to invite others, or to or to yeah, or to make impossible. We have everything, we have the tools, and we have the way to do it. But it is yeah, it's beautiful to see that it's collaborative too, the production. Right now for example, we have like a program for those that came here to the art residency one time, two times, and now they can visit us as a photographer or as a community manager, for saying in a way, some people that can record what we are doing on the art residency, and this is something special for those that came here.
And also, we start taking the experience of past editions. And for example, for this role that Mariano was naming, we hire a photographer that is from here. She's an incredible photographer, but she never entered to work full on Tezos. We talked to him, we onboard her, she mint, but she's not working every day on Tezos, and it's the different profile. So for these editions of summer, we have a money to make a support to the residency. So we decide, instead of making one really good big residency that maybe the artist can have the opportunity of come without paying because we get the money from somewhere. For example, one time happened with Tesos Commons, or it could happen that somebody bigger than one people collecting one NFT want to support us. So we save that money to make a projection for the next year and what's going to happen. So this year we are going to receive these artists that came from another edition, that is not a community manager role. It's a vision that you already have been in this experience, and also they can tell the story from a sensitive part, from a real and human nature connected with what's happening every day. And it's a role in production, because we know every day what's going to happen, and I need you awake about what's going to happen. And you already work with me, so when I say awake, what is awake. And that workflow make everything fluent. And also it's a possibility because all the artists that came to Bosque want to come back, and not all of them have the opportunities. There are a lot of artists that already came to, or for example, Ode, this is the third residency she come. So she have been here once a year. She's like a sister of Bosque. One of the trees of here is hers. So this opportunity also help these artists to come and support this role that it's really important to cover, because it's the one that show what is happening, that make the meaning of what we are minting. It's not something minor. It's really important that they understand who we are talking up to, and they know who are the family in Tesos. They know who are the collectors, because I already say these people collect, and they know who are the artists that are really supporting and interacting. And that's really important. And to work with this confident, for us, is huge. It's like no words to understand how valioso in Espanol, is to work with others that already understand you, because there are a lot of things that I don't have to say.
Yeah,
We look each other and we understand, and we only have 7 days, so that's the workflow.
yeah, I wanted to say that, it is part of the team. Someone that came to the art residency, it is part of the team, or it is part of the production too. Yeah, it's traceable. It's blockchain too. It's like an attitude of blockchain. That's why blockchain was super important for us, because it's like the model that make this possible.
What's one thing people always bring to the residency that they absolutely do not need?
Too many clothes. Yes. uh Sometimes a bit of anxiety.
Yeah, or time.
Yeah.
People forget time when they come here. It's like you forget the time and you enjoy the moment. Yeah, and the things of the city. because when you came here, you don't have the things of the city really. You cannot go to a place to buy something. Forget it.
There is an opportunity. Don't say this like this because he's
Yeah,
not
but
going to come. He will be afraid. So
but I
No,
say
I. It
it
sounds
is
wonderful.
it's the we have an example. One of the first art residencies, uh, a beat maker came here, and he was really, a really city person. He always go out from the house. That's in It's an attitude that is different from rural areas to cities. That in rural areas you are always in your house, in your home, and on the city you are always out because yeah, you only go to sleep. And he was always out and buying like candies, something to eat, sugar. And here is not possible. And he start to eat fruits from the trees, the cherries. And every day was like he was always on the tree up there eating cherries, and was like, I feel that I don't need anymore the candies, it's simple, but it's an example of something changing on you.
Well, Mariano, Rosio, this has been a great conversation. Hearing how the residency has grown, how the land really shapes the work, and how each group brings something new to Bosque gives us a great picture of what you're building there. Thank you for taking the time to share everything that's been happening this past year. I'm looking forward to the next season and to seeing the work that comes out of it. For anyone listening who wants to keep up with what Bosque is doing, follow the residency announcements and the collections that come from each session. Mariano, Rosio, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you, Blanks. It's a
thank you.
pleasure to see you.
Yes, it's a really good moment to speak with you in a present way to have this meeting. Thank you.
Appreciate you both. Thanks again.